Hello and welcome back to Griffin, Indiana for a very snowy and cold back half of December. We have got a bit of a shifty on to get because our price for our oats, it has peaked and I think it is higher than what it was when we left it. However, the location where it's high has changed, so it's not up at it's called HH Millen, isn't it? It's now down here at the train depot. So we having to take all 25,000 litres back down here. So it wasn't a wasted journey whatsoever. After that, then we've got quite a lot to do with the animals just to keep them going because they've run out of food really, really quickly. So we need to do that. There's probably a little bit of discrepancy between the last video I recorded on here, which I haven't actually released yet. It's releasing today, and this one, and it's purely because I haven't been on this map now for maybe about 2 weeks because I've hardly recorded. I think I said I don't know if it was the last one on it or the one on Pairback, that I was recording sort of a bulk because I knew there was over a certain period I wouldn't be able to record much. Well, that's sort of coming towards an end now, hopefully. So I've got this one and I've got a Pairback still stacked up. Not this one, as in the other episode, sorry. And then a Pairback, and hopefully I'm back to recording. Let's switch that off. Can I get through here? Yep, I couldn't remember if there was a fence or not. Right, whereabouts is the box? Is that it there? Yep, that's it there. Let's switch that on. Train will be arriving soon in 13 kilometres time. I don't think so. Right, we'll be back when it comes. I have actually waited less time for real trains. That has took an absolute age. I assume it's going to be coming from up front. Where are we at? Here it comes. Here it comes. That took so long. It's bad when it took that long. I actually put my phone down because I had nothing else to do on it. I thought it went further than that. Right. Let's get this. It'll all fit under the first one. The animals really need sorting out after this as well. We're desperate for it. I think some have actually run out. There's probably going to be a couple of the winter months that we skip. There, all the oats. Yeah, some of the winter months I think we will skip. We need to keep our animals going because that's what's going to make us the money. Get this off. And what else? We need to finish the logging. We'll pass our other field here on the left hand side. It's a shame we can't buy this little bit here, but we're just passing now with the trees on it. There it is. I think that's got barley in it at the minute, from what I remember. Like I said, it's been ages since I've been on here. I think it was around 600 and odd dollars per 1,000 litres. I think. So we're looking at maybe 13, 14 grand, something like that, 14 grand. Yes. 16 grand. Plus the environmental score. Very good. I'm more than happy with that. Right. Let's get back over and start feeding our hungry animals. I'll not bother putting this away yet. I'll just park it up. Every time I forget that this thing doesn't turn. Okay. Knock the engine off and let's start getting some. I think water will probably be alright for, but it's going to be food. I just need to move this baler out the way. I bet that is extremely unpleasant in this weather. Right, let's get into something more civilized. I say more civilized. I'd much rather have one of them open cab case tractors. They just look loads better, don't they? Right. I was just checking to make sure I had a centre spike, which it did. I think the pigs are the only ones that were actually sort of alright, but if we've got pig food over there, I'll go over and get it. Right, how much is that taking? Oh my god, nearly all of it. Do some lights on. I know the chickens are running out as well. Regarding the chickens, I think because they're breeding that quickly, we've seen a huge uplift. Ah, they've still got some, which is good. I will go and get another one just to fill it though, because I imagine this will go. Yeah, it has. Yeah, they've been breeding that much that I'm not sure that just doing one small field is going to be enough for the chicken food. Whereas maybe a few episodes ago, that would have been like crazy talk. Nearly taking the cab off. I'm so happy we bought this, you know. This is probably the favourite thing I've bought on this map so far. It's so good. Right. We'll take that back. I know we don't have seasons on how it used to be, but I still don't like leaving it out. Although, when I've mentioned before, I go across the country quite a lot, and up to Scotland quite a bit. And when I'm doing that, you see them left out. So maybe Giants are right by not putting it in. I don't really believe that. I'd much rather have seasons from 19. And it's not even close, to be fair. Right. Let's go and get some barley or wheat. I don't know how much of whatever we've got left. I don't think there's loads, you know. It might be that we have to get another small field just to keep the chickens going. We need to have a look as well to see what we're going to be able to afford to buy. I know that we've still got another few months left where we can, I was going to say where we can do contract work, but there is not going to be any contract work for a couple of months, is there? Do the barley. So I mean, in there, we should have enough to keep us going. If not, we'll just have to start buying it like we are with the pig food, but I'd rather we weren't doing that. I'll check on the water as well. I'll check the water with the sheep, but like I said, I think the water's alright for all of them, because from what I remember, off camera, I went and done trip after trip and filled all the animals' water troughs up. I took all of that. We must have... So water's alright in that. Right. We now have loads of chickens. Do you know, the water's nearly gone. We're going to have to start doing trips for the water as well. And water's fine with them, but could do some food. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and do a few runs with... let's turn that off. I need the Ford, don't I? I need the Ford to get that extra power. To get the water tanker out the water, because I'm sure I tend to get stuck with the case. Right, that's never going to turn around there, I'm not even going to try. Those peppers and onion need selling as well, don't they? Yeah, we'll disregard that trailer. Yeah, they're just building up, them peppers and onions. I don't think they have a yearly high. I think they just sort of slightly fluctuate throughout the year. I'll show you where I get the water from, and then we'll I'll do them myself off camera, because it'll be literally just be back and forth like this. And it looks like we've got a few runs of it to do as well. I must have forgot that one particular sheep pen then. So like I said, I remember doing it, just repeatedly going back. I've never seen that Amica. Just repeatedly going back. But the pigs seemed pretty high, and the greenhouse seemed pretty high, so maybe I did leave that one out. I mean, that that farm back there, what we've just went through, that is a distinct possibility of something that we're going to buy. I know it's 200. It is 200,000. I remember that, but it does come with a bit of land as well. That I think initially is sort of grassland, but it could easily be. I never approached this. Why have I done this from this direction? Never do that. Yeah, could be easily be changed to arable, and it would be much bigger than any bit of land that we've got at the minute. I am totally not at the normal angle that I'm normally at. We still get off on. That's alright. Yeah, so this field on the left, this doesn't come with it. Otherwise, if it did, it would be like well over 1 million, I would have thought. The thing that puts us off with this bit, it comes with, that's a fermenting tower there on the left that you can see. It comes with a couple of sheds, but I mean, this barn thing here, the big white building, is just for sure. As is, I think there's another building round on the left. Oh no, it's just that one. Obviously we'd get the house, so we'd have 3 different sheds. But this, I can't figure out how to use it properly. I tried on a map that I've got going just as a sort of test map, and I can't find any. I can't even remember what they're called. They're not conveyors. What are they? It's in belt systems. What are they called though? It literally doesn't say. I just say conveyor. I'm sure there's a different name for them. I can't find any that's tall enough to get in there. So I don't know. I don't know if it would be viable to buy this or not. Not sure. We could see if we could buy it and then sell this and then replace it with a different sort of silo. But I don't know. Right, let's quickly get back over there. If you just heard something in the background, that was a balloon ripping off the wall. Just on its own. I can't remember which pen it was that we need to go to. I'll check when we get round. Right, it's this one. Backed up. Perfect, right. I'm gonna do a few more trips off camera. Is that full? No way. Maybe I'm not gonna do a few more trips off camera. Let's see what we can get in here. We need to start clearing this this load of wool as well and put it somewhere. Because I think we've still got another few months until that peaks. Right, now that's full as well. And that's going to take out that fence. Right, in that case then, the only thing we've really got to do, the pigs have enough to get by, the sheep are done, the chickens are done. The only thing we really need to do is some logging. Right. And do I really want to do any more of that? There's a train going by again. Right, I'm going to come off. I'm going to decide what I want to do. We'll probably go up and do a little bit more logging just to try to get through, because we've still got quite a bit to do, and I want it done by the winter. Because I want to either be able to work on that land that we're clearing, or just sell it again. So let's get up there. Okay, so we're back up at the site where we've been doing our logging. I have been up here already. We've pretty much... I can't get rid of that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to go over it. Do you know if it'll just disappear when or if we do some mowing? But I'm pretty sure on some of the other fields, trees like that I've been able to cut down, but for whatever reason I can't with this. What I want to have a look from over here. Could do with turning them beacons off as well, really, couldn't I? We don't need them. Let's have a look. So I mean, this, you can see roughly, I think all of that isn't mine, and pretty much that straight line up there isn't mine, so that's going to be the bit of land. I still can't decide what I want to do, whether we want... I'll just try, see if I can cut this one down. Yeah, I can't. So there's the line up there, and that's the one the bit that I can't get rid of. This always spawns back as well. This always spawns back to this bit here when we go off. So let's get ourselves ran up here. We've still got quite a bit to do, but you can see how much money we've made as well. So we're on 256. Were we on 190 odd? I think we were when we were on something like 196, something like that. So in the time that you've been gone, I have actually made quite a lot of money. Just by doing this. Can we get that one? No. Are we over here? No. It seems like such an obvious straight line, but it's not. It must be down there. So basically we've got that left to do. Which I suppose isn't that much, is it? I thought it was going to be more than that. Yeah, I can't decide what I want to do with this. It's just such an odd shape. Do you know what? I hope the sound's coming through because I've got it. I've actually got it on mute through the telly, which I don't think matters. It's because I rarely have the sound on the headset when I'm recording. And to be honest, even when I'm not recording, I don't have the sound on a lot of the time because I sit and listen to either music or podcasts or something like that. Right, let's start getting this. What I found, I don't know if I did this on the last video as well or the one before. I found it easier if I just stack these up here. I've just come back. I haven't been on FS for a couple of days. Just there's a hell of a lot going on at the minute, and I'm struggling to get a chance to be on the game at the minute. So yeah, I've just come back on today, and I think it's only happened today. Like, there's been an update, there's been a patch. I'm not actually sure what's being patched, but I'm hoping the issue with the lime has been sorted, because the lime wasn't getting ploughed in, was it? The other thing that I'm hoping's been sorted is just over the last week, apart from the last couple of days where I haven't been on it, we started getting the issue where we were getting kicked off again, where the game was crashing. And I did notice on, I think this was on Facebook, there was people starting to post similar, whether it was on PS4 or PS5. They were posting the menu, the reports menu of where it was kicking them out the game. So I can only assume it must have been a bit of an issue for people, the fact that we were seeing more of it. So I'm hoping that's been sorted as well, because that is a pain. I mean, it's a pain just remembering to stop and save it. So when I was doing this the other day, I was literally, after every tree I was shutting down, so I was bringing this, shutting down, chopping down, I was then doing this after every tree, just in case it went off. Because I mean, some of the trees, when we got further back up here, some of the trees were absolutely massive, and we were getting sort of like 9 and 10 grand per tree, which is ridiculous considering we're on hard mode. Considering we're on hard mode, and it can be a little bit funny using this, because if it's out its trigger, it takes it but it doesn't pay you for it, which is an absolute pain. Oh my god. Right, that's the line there. This one should be ours. Yeah, it is. So if we take this over here, this might sort of demonstrate what I mean. I mean, there's not much wood there, but sometimes you might put a tree this big, not cut it up and get nothing for it. It'll come up 0, 0. We got something there. Right, I'll do a couple more, and then we're just gonna we're going to end the episode, go into January, and I don't think there'll be overly much to do in January either, apart from finish this. And what I need to do, I need to decide what we're going to do with it. Are we going to turn it over and actually put something in here? So, do we put grass in here? Do we try to use it for crops? It's a bit of a funny area, isn't it? I mean, we would get... It'd be a decent size. I mean, considering the size of the field that we've got at the minute, it would actually be decent size. And we've got the mill right opposite as well. So there wouldn't be much carting to do. I mean, and to sell it off, it's 37 grand. I'm of a mind just to turn it over, you know, and create a new field. I think that might be best. Obviously, we would lose a bit at the front because there's a ditch there. And I'm not particularly one for buying land. I mean, I know it's a little bit different because it's woodland. But I'm not particularly one for sort of field flipping. Certainly not now. It's not how I used to love doing it when I first started playing FS. That was like the way to make money, wasn't it? It was fantastic. For those who aren't familiar with the concept for field flipping, basically it's the same principle with this, just with trees. So normally you would buy, say there's a field with I don't know, wheat in it. You would buy the field, you would take the crop out. So a lot of the time, sorry, you would get a loan, buy the field, harvest the crop, sell the crop, and then before midnight you would then sell the field back, having made quite a substantial amount of money off the crop. It's like such an easy way of making profit. Like your money just shoots up because you're never actually spending anything on it other than fuel. You're not spending anything off it and you get all the benefit. And the other benefit is as soon as you sell that back, then the contracts start again. So you'll get the contracts to cultivate it, you'll get the contract to sow it, to do the 2 or 3 lots of fertilising on it. It was just such a good way to make money out. I've never done it on FS22 because it's not how I like to play the game anymore. But on FS19, it was just, you would make millions. So I mean, I remember playing on Ravenport, and you would make 4 to 5 million a day if you had it on a really slow speed. It was just crazy amounts of money. Like I said, when you first start, so when my kids play on this, or certainly one of my kids, when one of my kids plays on this, he might do that. He might field flip because it's just to get that money so he can buy what equipment he wants and then just play the game how he wants to play it. And to get used to the game, which I think is how it benefited me. It got us used to doing everything in the game that I need to do, because it was all different types of crops and we were using all different types of machinery. It was brilliant. So I mean, on the same basis now, we would still be field flipping, because what I've done is I've bought a bit of land, took the resources off it, which is obviously the wood, and then sell it back. And that's what I'm not overly keen on doing. Right. I don't know how far this goes back. Are we still in our land here? No. So that's not our land. This is... So it looks like we're just about done, really, doesn't it? Doesn't look like we've got much left. We must be right on the... yeah, we're right on the boundary there. So basically, if we took it to this track, we could take a field to that track, couldn't we? Bring it all the way up here, down there, and I think that might be some size, and we could make some decent money off it. Because at the minute, what have we got? Our only arable field is that one there, isn't it? I think that is an interesting idea. What have we got now? Barley. Yeah. So what we'll do is I'll finish the rest of them off camera. I'll take what little trees we've got out, and then when we come back in the next episode, that's when we'll make our decision whether we're gonna make this into a field or whether we're gonna sell it back. The only other thing that we could do really with it is to plant more trees ourselves, but I think that's gonna be quite expensive. And considering I want to buy a bigger piece of land to start making the profit, I don't think I'd want to put that much money into reforesting this, because we'd have to buy the equipment. Obviously we can't lease. We'd have to buy the equipment, then buy the trees or the saplings, and I think it'll cost an absolute fortune. But we could, I suppose what we could do is hang on to that and do nothing with it this year, and then when we make the money off the crops next year, do it then. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.
PlayStation